The disappearance of Emiliano Sala has sent shockwaves through football. The striker was on board a plane that went missing near the Channel Islands last Monday, during a flight between Nantes and Cardiff. An extensive 3-day search was carried out by Guernsey police, but it was called off after authorities stated that the likelihood of finding survivors was extremely remote. Since then, a number of high-profile footballers have donated money to fund a private search for Sala and David Ibbotson, the man who was piloting the aircraft. Even with the heartbreaking situation still unfolding, Cardiff City are expected to play their midweek Premier League fixture against Arsenal. Ahead of Tuesday's game, boss Neil Warnock has been speaking publicly for the first time about Sala's disappearance, and the impact it's had on the football club. In an ideal world, I don't think I'd like another game at all. That's how I feel at the minute. We have done the best we can in the circumstances, Warnock said during an emotional press conference. I don't feel personally that I'm right at the moment. I know people say life goes on, but we've had 10 days, it's not like we could have played 3 days later. We definitely couldn't have played on Saturday. Despite clearly struggling with the news, Warnock did admit that there's no need to call the game off. I think we have just got to get on now. It is a football club, he continued. But there are more important things, aren't there? You look at your own family, and around, and it's why you've got to enjoy every moment. It almost feels cruel to me that everything that happened, the Leicester thing was such a tragedy, then this on top of that. 2 tragedies in the space of a few months have rocked the football world, and Warnock went on to admit that they've both taken a toll on him. So much so, that he's struggling to sleep. You think once in a lifetime is enough. But to have 2 in a few short weeks. It does take it out of you, makes you look at yourself, why you are in the game. So many things crop up in your mind really. But with me being in charge, I've found it a lot more difficult to deal with, one thing after another, and run a football club which is trying to fight relegation while being in the last week of the window. You name it. I could tell you 10 other things, and it's impossible to sleep.